Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from HolsingerSlyShop.com. Bringing another tying video this week. It's a bugger pattern. It's called the CDC Bugger. Very easy to tie and very simple when it catches fish. Here you're going to see a picture of it, the material list, and then a video on how to tie it. And after the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, here you see the CDC mini bugger in the vise. Very cool little, tiny little pattern. Let's get into tying it. For a hook, I'm using a size 10 Holsinger Fly Shop Jig Hook. And that's the size. I tie a lot of buggers that size. This one I'm keeping small. I like tiny little buggers. They catch fish. For a bead, I'm using a 4.0 millimeter tungsten bead, slotted tungsten bead. This one's copper. Use whatever color bead you want to use. For thread, I'm using some 6/0 brown. And I'm just going to start that on there, wrap that in behind the bend of the hook, lock that bead in place. And then we are just going to trim our thread off and use our tail. For our tail, just using a little tiny bit of brown Marabou. Doesn't take much here, less is best. And what I want is about the length of the hook shank for a tail. You can go a little bit long here. It doesn't matter if you go a little bit long, but don't make it too extremely long. I like that. That's proportionate looking there. That's pretty good. So we're going to trim the tag end off here and just wrap all this down. I'm keeping this thin. I don't want to build up too much. And the last thing we're going to put on, this is a simple little bugger pattern that's really effective. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a dubbing loop. I love doing dubbing loops. You see most of my videos anymore using dubbing loops. So do a dubbing loop, put our material on here, and what we're going to use for dubbing in here is some CDC dubbing from Brown from Fooling Mills. This stuff is awesome. It's very, very buggy. It's very thin, and a little bit goes a long way here. Now, what I'm going to show you is probably way too much here. I'm going to make like a 2-inch dubbing noodle here. Just going to put some in my loop and give her a good spin. And I'll have extra on here, I'm sure. Spin that out. You see how buggy that gets when I make that noodle. Take my dubbing brush. I can brush it out just a little bit more. And then just take and wrap this forward. As I'm wrapping, every wrap, pull those fibers back so they don't trap. And wrap it up to the bead. Once we get up to the bead, we're going to tie it off. Trim off our extra. You can use that again. Let that aside. You can use what's left on your next one. It'll brush right out again. Whip finish and we're done. And you see how simple this bugger is. So very, very simple. And yet it's so very buggy in the water when you get this thing wet. So trim off our tag. Little brush to scruff it up a little bit more, and there you can see how buggy you can make a tiny little micro bugger. Micro buggers catch you fish. Okay guys, I hope you like this simple little bugger pattern. This Fooling Mills CDC dubbing is awesome. It's very pricey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm putting this video out in 2025. The price of it is $12.95 a pack. But it's all CDC. There's no filler or anything like that. It's just simply CDC fibers. So you know how it is, how expensive a pack of CDC is. Well, this is a whole bunch of packs of CDC in essence. But it makes it very buggy in the water. One thing I will say, whenever I take these out and fish them the first time, I'll stick them down in the water and I'll underwater and like brush them in my finger to get the fibers, to get the water in the CDC fibers. If you just throw it down into water, it will trap air bubbles, and it will kind of cinch all those fibers up. If you take and rub the fibers and get them to soak the water in, all that bugginess will stand out, and it makes it a lot buggier pattern. So that's one thing that I did find out with this. I tied it, I found out about it in September, and the fishing was very, very hard whenever I took it out that day. But the first cast on it, I had fish smacking it the whole way in. I missed them on the first cast, but the first cast I did have fish chasing it. So it does work. I was testing out a couple flies that day, and I did catch a fish on it. It definitely does work. It makes a great little tiny bugger pattern, or a great imitation for a minnow. So give this one a try. Change the colors up. Try it in a couple different colors, and it's going to catch a fish. So have fun tying. You want me to tie any for you, I'd be more than happy to. Just reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. And if you need this dubbing, it's really cool stuff. It's really buggy. If you need any of the dubbing, look us up on holsingersflyshop.com. We'd be more than happy to help you out with anything you need there. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Shawn Holsinger.